Overclockers, my name's Bryony and welcome to today's episode of Overclockers Newsweekly. We bring you the latest gaming and PC tech news, and if you're enjoying the series so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This week there's stories about a charitable new Humble Bundle, the upcoming Harry Potter game, and the future game show. So let's get into it. Kicking off the episode with the gaming chapter, and our first news story this week is from Humble Bundle. They've put together a collection of games, ebooks, comics and software, all in aid of the Ukraine humanitarian relief efforts. The Stand with Ukraine bundle is worth over £2,000 and it features over 120 products including Back 4 Blood, Warhammer Fantasy roleplay books and Music Make EDM edition. You can help support victims and refugees with a minimum donation of £30.58. It's an absolute bargain, and game creators, book publishers and software makers have all joined forces with Humble Bundle to ensure that 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the Ukrainian humanitarian relief efforts. So whether you pay just £30 or you choose to donate more, all the funds are going to go towards Razom for Ukraine, International Rescue Committee, the International Medical Corps and Direct Relief. This bundle is only available until 6 PM today on March the 25th, so hurry if you haven't already donated. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can make sure to check it out. Next up in the gaming news, PlayStation has released a brand new video for the upcoming Hogwarts Legacy game. The release date may have been pushed back to the end of 2022 for all platforms, but this announcement includes just under 15 minutes of gameplay to help tide any Harry Potter fans over until the final launch. The game itself is set in the late 1800s and it features a whole new cast of professors and students from the wizarding world. You can take part in a whole new adventure set before Voldemort, Grindelwald and Dumbledore, in between those herbology and potion classes of course. As you learn the spells from your professors, you can develop your own playstyle, battling with a fierce combination of different spells. Plus, you have more than just those spells and magic at your fingertips, with different magical items and potions available that you can collect and craft. This game combines the Hogwarts we know and love from the books and films with dungeon crawling and new dark threats, providing an expansive new world to explore. I must admit, the graphics look incredible and the combat and storytelling gameplay does look very well polished. For all of you still waiting for your Hogwarts letter, this is it. Our next gaming story is about the 2019 game A Plague Tale: Innocence by the French studio Asobo. This action-adventure stealth game follows the perilous tale of Amica and Hugo de Rune, fleeing war and disease in 14th century France. This story-focused game was known for its creativity and cinematics, and it's no surprise that it's now being adapted into a TV series. Merlin Productions are in charge of the series and they're eager to stay true to the story's roots by attaching a well-known French talent to the project. This series will be directed by French movie maker Matthew Turi, known for Meander, Hostile and Inglourious Bastards. In a tweet, Matthew Turi said, "It's official! I'm honoured to work on the adaptation as a TV series of A Plague Tale. Thank you to Asobo Studio and Focus Entertainment for their trust. I can't wait to bring Amica and Hugo's journey to the screen." It's also expected that the game's sequel, A Plague Tale Requiem, will be released later this year. It's certainly exciting times for the French game studio, and we'll certainly be binging the series when it eventually launches, and it'll be interesting to see who gets cast. The next gaming story is about Elden Ring. It's been a month since this long-anticipated game was released, and already people are finding exploits and hacking other gamers to grieve and annoy. Currently making the rounds, invaders are actually altering save files so that when you boot up your game, you're actually caught in an infinite death loop. Whilst this is utterly frustrating, thankfully one Reddit user has actually come up with a way of beating the hack that seems to be working for other players. Here's how they suggest that PC gamers solve the issue. When your game loads, in the split second before your death happens, press Alt and F4. This actually closes the game and gives you more time when you log back in to open up your map. As soon as you log back in, open your map using whichever key that it's bound to. Then open the list of available sites of grace. You want to spam your confirm button. This should teleport you to a site of grace and break the death loop. Whilst this hack is still going around and can potentially actually get more sophisticated, it's a really good idea to regularly back up your saves. Elden Ring is definitely a challenging enough game without those infinite death loops. I'll leave a link to the Reddit thread below so you can bookmark this helpful workaround, but I hope that you won't need it. For our final gaming story today, we've got news about Game Radar's Future Games Show. Last night was their spring showcase, which featured over 40 different games, exciting gameplay clips, and walkthroughs from game devs. Plus, we got to see 8 world premieres. There was the exclusive new trailer for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, as well as upcoming releases from Team 17, Warner Bros. Entertainment, and other studios. One of the most exciting reveals was the first behind-the-scenes look at the upcoming Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. This is an open-world action RPG from A44 Games, and this game has guns, magic, and gods. It's a great combination. We're really looking forward to seeing more of this game. You also had announcements from Frontier Foundry and Demagogue Studios, and there's certainly plenty of titles to keep an eye on in the coming months. Plus, there'll be more great future game show content coming up later in the year, with coverage of E3 on June the 11th and Gamescom on August the 24th. Put those dates in your calendar if you don't want to miss out. And if you want to catch up on the future game show, I'll make sure to drop a link to the full event in the description below. Moving on to the tech chapter of the news, this week it's been announced that the Royal Mint want to help cut down on e-waste by turning your old PC hardware and electronics into gold. Every year, we're guilty of throwing away over 300,000 tons of electrical goods, which have circuit boards and precious metals stored inside. The Royal Mint wants to turn this metal, gold specifically, from our old hardware to use in coins and bars. The new plant will be in South Wales, and it's going to use world-first technology created by the Canadian-based recycling company Exia. Chief Growth Officer at the Royal Mint, Sean Millard, had this to say about the scheme. This approach is revolutionary and it offers huge potential to reuse our planet's precious resources, reduce the environmental footprint of electronic waste, and create new jobs. When fully operational, our plant will be the first of its kind in the world, processing tons of electronic waste each week. So, if you're hanging on to any old hardware, previously unsure of the best way to get rid of it, now you know. We've actually included a link in the description below with a locator that helps you to find shops, recycling centres, charity shops, etc. that are going to accept your old electrical hardware. Who knows, the next commemorative coin could actually have your old PC gaming hardware in it. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Overclockers Newsweekly. Remember to leave a comment below, let me know what was your favourite announcement from the future game show. Give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you don't miss our upcoming episodes, and I'll catch you again next Friday.